Christmas turkey. So it's always that dreaded part of the year where you're always worried about getting your timings right, getting it ready for the table. Today I'm going to show you the best way to do it, which in my opinion is the overnight method. There are two different ways you can do it. There's the fast method and then the slow method. Like I say, slow method just takes all the stress out of it, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So what we've got is a very fresh 8 kilo turkey. It's a bit of a beast. What we're going to do is place some flavoured butter under the skin, which we've flavoured with sage and rosemary and rock salt and a little bit of cracked black pepper. We're then going to oil the skin, season it, put it onto a tray with the giblets and some vegetables, and we're going to place it in the top oven for half an hour to start the roasting process off. This is really, really important because what it's going to do is it's going to start to brown the skin, but it's also making sure that you've taken all the chill out of the turkey, so that when you do drop it into the bottom oven, it's nice and ready, it's going to slow cook and it's not going to drop the temperature in the oven. The number one rule when it comes to cooking anything of this size is to make sure that it's at room temperature way before you want to start cooking. Oven temps is exactly the same as normal, standard 210 in the top oven, 90 to 100 degrees in the bottom oven. It's entirely up to you, whichever one you want to go for, 90, 100. It won't make that much difference from a cooking point of view. And cooking times, half an hour in the top, like I've said, and then if you're going to do it at 90, 100 in the bottom. For an 8 kilo bird, you're looking at about 10 to 12 hours. If you're looking at a slightly smaller bird, like 6 kilo, you're looking at 8 to 10. And if you're looking at a slightly bigger bird, say 10 kilos, you're looking at 12 to 14 hours. But the beautiful thing about the Everhot oven is it retains all its moisture. So if you did leave it in for a little bit longer, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to dry out. It'll be still absolutely fine, even if you left it in for an extra hour. And that's the best thing about the Everhot oven. So what we're going to do is we're now going to stuff the turkey. So what you do is you lift the skin up at the back. I've already taken the neck out and got it in the tray at the side. And using your hand and your fingers, just separate the skin away from the breast meat. And this takes a couple of minutes, so I've already done this in advance. And just work your hand all the way down to the front of the breast. And that basically will then give you a pocket ready for putting your butter in. Like I said, the butter is fantastic because this is really going to flavour the breast. It's going to keep it nice and moist. 1 block of butter, a really good handful of both sage and rosemary, chopped up, blended up to a nice smooth paste. And we're going to slide it in. And the trick is to try and get it all the way to the front first. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can use this hand to spread the butter evenly across. Next, lightly oil the skin of the turkey. We're just using a little bit of sunflower oil here. This is just going to help crisp the skin up. Go with the legs as well. Make sure you get a nice, generous little coating. And this is also going to help the salt stick. So we've got some nice rock salt here. Give it a nice, generous coating. Whilst that's been done, we're then going to stuff the turkey. Start with a large orange, followed by 2 onions, if you can squeeze them in. And again, this is just going to help flavour the inside of the turkey. It's going to keep it nice and moist. The orange juice is going to run through, and it keeps it nice and plump. So when you come to carving, it's nice and super easy. What I've got here is a tray that I've already prepared. So we've got the neck of the turkey. I've just cut a leek in half, cut it down the middle and then washed. And I've got 2 carrots. And the idea of this is it's just going to elevate the turkey off the bottom of the tray. It's going to help, again, flavour during the cooking process. But it's also going to keep the turkey nice and dry and crisp when we put it in. So it's not going to sit in its own juices constantly and start to boil, if that makes sense. Lightly cover it with some greaseproof, The idea of this as well is it's to stop the tin foil from sticking, the greaseproof. And then we're just going to very lightly, as you can see, it's a very big turkey. And like I said, this is going to go in the top oven for half an hour, just to start off the roasting process, and then I'll show you going into the bottom oven. So let's go.